Yo, yo, yo. That's Blueprint Sessions, man. Episode 30.
Yeah, yeah.
30
Nice.
episodes down.
What's
and
up,
unfortunately
guys?
still is not here. So, but I did manage to get two awesome guests, which both have been here before. And this is the first time being on the visuals. So I want you guys to please welcome. Let's start with the lady,
Nice.
Thuli. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Thuli. Hey,
Hi.
Thuli. How are you?
See, what's up, man?
What's up, my boy?
Okay, don't say boo now.
Ah,
Because first of all, let me first clear up something
I
here.
thought this was a bromance.
Whoa.
Wow.
I said bromance, not.
I feel like you should be sitting here because I don't feel safe next to this guy.
Wow.
This guy slid into my DMs today.
Wow.
Okay, boo. At first, I thought it was a mistake because I thought, okay, he was trying to say, okay, bro. But the second one, it was using the word love. And I was like, nah. What's going on? See what's going on, man.
What's wrong with a bit of affection, Randy? Some love,
There's
some
nothing
TLC.
wrong with affection.
No. First of all,
You are loved, bro. I want you to know that, okay? Look at him
I don't
blush.
mind people.
Look at him blush.
Love me from a distance. Love me from a distance.
How you gonna find that you're special somebody with that behavior? You know.
Actually, it's a problem, man.
Is
I
it?
feel like it's a problem.
Now we need to fix that today.
I need to
Yeah,
pray
man.
for you.
We need to fix that
Nah,
today.
I'm going to therapy actually.
Really?
For?
Okay, why are we excited?
I'm sure.
Nah.
Why?
Because therapy.
Yeah, therapy is great, man. Okay, therapy is great. I'm going to therapy and I'm working on my problems. The last episode, I'm not sure if you guys watched, but I actually sort of broke down, but not completely. But yeah, I was in a good place, man. And I told people to recommend me a therapist, and someone actually did. And yeah,
I mean, you should have called
attending
called
therapy.
me. I would have recommended my therapist.
Well,
You
okay.
go to therapy?
Before you jump to the therapist, talk to anyone about the things that you go through.
No, that's the problem that I have. I don't talk, man.
I was actually-
You
bottle
need to talk.
things up.
Yeah. I was having a conversation today with my sister around regarding the same problem as well, that
Yeah,
males don't really do that thing.
yeah.
where
We
they,
don't do the whole.
opening up
talk
thing.
We cry. I don't
We
like
all
crying in
cry
front
for
of people,
everything.
but I just lock myself somewhere and I cry. I don't want to be vulnerable in front of people.
Yeah, women don't need reasons to cry. They just cry.
I cry in bulk.
Like, oh my god,
It's
you bought
okay.
me chocolate. Oh, it's so sweet. I bought you chocolate last week too.
It's chocolate.
This
Why
is
is this a
chocolate.
cherry moment all of a sudden?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
chocolate, man.
Now we'll never understand, bro. That's a lady thing. So I'm glad we
But I
have a
feel like-
lady here, though.
Yeah.
So she'll let
First
us
of
in
all,
on that.
it's 2018. We apologize in advance if we end up objectifying you, but it needs to happen because we grew up in the 90s.
Okay.
Definitely. 90s kids.
We grew up in the 90s.
90s
Okay?
kids all day.
Where they say it ain't no fun unless the homies have some.
Straight.
I'm kidding. I might just get charged with
That was so
something
funny.
because I feel like the women are so dramatic these days. Let's talk about something which is actually big right now in the community.
Yeah.
Bill Cosby just went to jail, man.
Oh wow.
He finally went to prison.
Prison.
So old though. Like
What?
imagine Bill Cosby in prison. Like he's really old.
Like mentally,
How's
he's
he
not
alive?
even alive, man. Like if you see him, he looks like he's not even present mentally. So I don't know what's the whole situation. How do we feel about Bill Cosby going to prison? Are we happy about it? Are we sad? Are we broken?
I feel like the justice system is there for a reason. So
Oh,
whatever he's there for, I didn't follow the whole story. The last time I checked, he had couple of allegations,
Rape thing.
yeah, the rape. Thank you for that.
You know how I feel about this though.
I know.
I
That's why I was
know.
tiptoeing around it.
You know how I feel about this. And
I know.
you know, I'm gonna say it, I'm a rape victim myself.
Yes,
So
yes.
whenever justice is served, it's a party.
No, I'm sorry.
It's
to
a
hear
party.
that.
So you happy about Bill Cosby going to prison?
Yes.
Anyone that rapes in my regard,
Like,
I'm
yeah.
happy with that.
You
So-
get what you deserve, Kaluka.
Okay,
I've got
okay.
sisters, bro. So
Yes.
Yeah, I understand, guys. I understand. But do we believe that Bill Cosby raped those women?
Mhm.
Because everybody is just happy about him going to prison. But I just want to ask the question that no one is asking.
Okay,
Do
let's
we
just
believe that Bill Cosby raped those?
let's think about it this way. Let's say Bill Cosby didn't do it, and those women are just fabricating whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do they have to gain from it?
Well, chances are they probably paid. Like, look at it from this point of view.
Mhm.
Every successful black man that has done things for the black community, someone who is huge in our community, who does things for us, and has motivated, empowered people, educated people, as much as that man did. That man even helped Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
He paid for a lot of the things that he used to do.
Yeah.
So my question, out of all the great things this man has done, not only him, there's Michael Jackson, your R. Kelly's, your Russell Simmons. Why is it every great man, well, great black man that we have in our culture always has to have some form of allegation or something that he did? I'm not saying that he didn't do it. Please, I'm not trying to be insensitive here, but I have this concern that every time we have someone who does something for us,
Yeah.
there's an allegation somehow. Michael Jackson was raping kids, apparently.
Yeah.
We had R. Kelly. He also
Incest.
has
Controversy.
Yeah.
Let's just put it there.
Currently.
underage women. Russell Simmons also had rape charges.
Yeah.
Why is it whenever we have great men in our culture, it always has to come with some form of, no, they do this? It raises up a question that nobody wants to ask.
But then it also raises another question. Like when you get raped by someone and you like traumatized by this thing, like rape is a traumatic thing. You immediately report this to someone.
Yeah.
Why did it take these people like so
16
many
to 20
years
years,
to
yeah.
actually come out about it?
I
you know?
actually read a post where they were talking about what you're talking about, the time frame. It doesn't matter when like someone was raped 5 minutes ago, 10 years ago, 20. I think just the experience that you were in that situation or is just enough. Like there's no reason to like be questioning the person. Why didn't you report it then? It's just a matter of getting the message across and getting help as soon as possible, because it's all about mental health as well.
Exactly.
Imagine you're sitting alone with this traumatic experience, and like, what do you do? What do you do?
Like me personally, my biggest concern is the time frame of everything that's happening. Is how do we really know that Bill Cosby raped those women? I'm not saying that he didn't, please. I understand. But we need to understand there are many people that are being paid to say things.
Yeah.
Okay, and everybody wants money. You come up to someone like, here's 50,000. Just say he raped you.
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of people did it. It just happened to Drake now. Some woman said she was pregnant by Drake, and when Drake said no, let's have a paternity test, all of a sudden she disappeared.
Whoa.
Now he's suing her for obviously what do you call this thing?
Defamation of character.
Exactly, defamation of character. Now, why is it we always so quick to believe the woman over the man? Why? I have to ask these uncomfortable questions because I feel like I'm gonna do great things, so I think I might be a victim.
As long as you're not raping.
Hey man,
As long as you're not raping. Please,
no,
please. No, I'd love to answer that, but honestly, like I have no like idea like how I'd start to even, because like just the whole situation of rape is, I can just imagine.
It's a sensitive.
It's very
subject.
sensitive.
That's why like I don't even know how to address that thing. Like when you told me we were gonna be discussing like ear rape, I was like, my goodness, okay. I have to sit down and think about this, because now I have to just pull like just experiences from people I've spoken to. You know, when you go through life, you always just talk to people and they tell you what they've been through.
And
like,
I'm pulling from my
you
experiences.
see, like today,
Because
you see,
You've been a victim.
Because I went through a lot. Like, the whole thing just messed me up. I was 14, and it was bad, you know? So at that point, I was like, hey, I didn't even trust men. I didn't even trust my own father. Like,
goodness.
I broke up with my boyfriend at the time, started dating girls, because I was like, I feel safer. Nothing's going to happen.
Okay.
So it was... I still have moments where I still go back to the thing, but I'm trying not to like think about it a lot because I want to use my story as motivation for someone else to not like
Oprah.
you know, don't like cry over it all the time.
Yeah.
Like don't cry to quit. Cry to like go on. Like try to move on and use it as your strength, you know?
I love that energy. I love that. Because I always like try to, but obviously because I'm a guy, no woman wants to listen to me. Okay, I always try to tell a woman like, look at Oprah's situation. Oprah was practically molested and raped her whole life, literally her whole life. But look at the person she is right now.
Yeah.
She's actually helped so many people, although she had such a traumatic experience, which means that you cannot, like, obviously I understand it's a mental thing because now you have to get over because you're defeated mentally, so you have to regain yourself again. We have to somehow have more of the dialogue of how people can get over being raped rather than more about convicting people that rape.
My question is also like, why do we make like rape victims like feel like that they have to question themselves just for doing what they're supposed to do? Like, okay, I've just gone through this experience. I need help with that. And society, rather than first of all embracing, I'm not saying that you're part of them, but you're saying Bill Cosby just got like convicted of rape, which is cool. Now, why do the questions have to be raised? But is rape actually something that happened, or are these women just fabricating these things?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's what discourages rape victims when it comes to such things. Like with her, I think like you don't want to be like come across as that lady that's like, oh no, I got
You lied about me.
yeah, because that's the biggest fear.
Yeah, that is huge. And I'm glad you brought that up because I do want to talk about that which is why I say there has to be some form of punishment of people who lie about rape.
Yeah, that too.
We need to start punishing people.
Now we just need to do something.
There are people who really go through the whole situation, and then there's someone that can just come and lie about it. Like, it diminishes the people because it makes it hard for the next person to say, I've been raped.
Like, so like, people are not going to believe you. Like, well.
Yeah.
Because of so many people who've been wrongfully accused and even incarcerated because of it, it's very hard for us to believe anything. I know I can't because I've been accused of that type of situation. Okay,
Wow.
So I question everyone now.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, for me, it was
I've been
different.
blamed really.
Okay,
It
so
was
this
different for
is
me.
interesting because now we have like two people like from both sides, of it, which should be an interesting
You know,
session.
like I was raped by two men, and the mom of like one of the guys actually called my neighbor, and she offered him money to actually go to court and say that I lied. And being the person that my neighbor is a good guy, he came to my parents and told them, but okay, these people are paying me. They said money's not an issue. I can just like give them a number and they'll pay me. As long as I tell them that she lied.
That's your
Like, it was
what type
that
of
big.
person
They
are
came to my mom and they're like, I can renovate your house for you. I'll buy you new furniture. I'll pay for your daughter's education as long as she drops the charges. I was like, oh.
That's a woman.
Definitely.
Hey.
No man would say that. No man.
I was like, no.
Not unless he did the rape. But
I don't think I understand the world, but it's fine.
I don't think I could ever understand really humans.
So
That's first of all.
this woman, like, she was trying to protect her son from this whole saga.
Yeah.
And if you don't mind me asking, how did it end up? Was he convicted or?
Yeah, they both got sentenced to 18 years each. And they had previous crimes that they've committed before. And the guy whose mom came to like bribe us actually did have a rape case before, and they killed the girl.
Oh my word.
No, the guy. He was in a group and they raped a girl and they killed her. But then he turned the state witness and basically snitched. So he got like his sentence cut off and stuff. So he comes back and he does this to me and it's like, we're adding more years because he had like some suspended years and stuff like that.
That's hectic. But at least there's an upside to that story because other people got their justice too.
And then your side, what if you don't mind us asking?
Well, obviously the girl got away with it because women don't get punished for these type of things. But this girl, like, funny enough, it was a white girl. Because I used to love white girls, okay? Sorry, Uncle Mom. I used to love white girls, man. And this white girl, well, we dated. Well, I wouldn't say we dated. We were just having fun, man.
Yeah.
And when I was trying to move on, she was not about that life, okay? She was like, no. I love you, blah, blah. Like, I told you, I'm not here for relationships and all that. And she was not having it. Next day, cops came to my house, man. Now imagine, bro. It's a black man, bro. Your family.
What?
Dude.
You're getting accused of such things, bro. And I was so shocked, bro. I was like, what? I never touched it. Only to find out days later, but thank God it was a sister. A sister found out that actually this whole thing didn't happen because she confessed to her sister. But the sister was like, nope, it did not happen. My sister is just bitter because he left her and won. Bruh, I've never been scared in my life, man. I've never been so scared. I really believed I was going to jail. Because first of all, you're a black man.
Yeah.
You being accused by a white girl.
Yeah.
It's over.
Nobody wants to hear what you have to say. You going to jail. So in my mind, I'm like thinking worst case scenario. Okay, I'm being accused of rape.
Yeah.
I'm going to jail. I'm going to be raped. I'm like, I can't drop the soap. Like, all these things are going through my head, man.
Right? And you're going straight to
Bruh,
Superman.
after that, I told myself I'm not touching a white girl ever again, man. Like, it took me a while, like, to forgive white girls, man.
Yeah.
Like, to all the white girls watching right now,
No offense.
holla. Okay, but still, okay.
No, thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing.
That
No,
was
it's
hard.
always interesting to learn. And then, like, throughout the whole process, did she apologize or what she put you
She
through?
still has it.
Nothing.
No, her parents came and apologized though, because at first, they were upset about the whole thing. But then when they found out the truth, at least they came to my house and apologized and whatnot. Yo, my family was.
It's so funny
Like,
because
what?
you were around your mom and your grandma. Imagine.
Oh,
Dude.
Ugh.
And think I'm like the golden boy
You
guy.
know?
So next thing this happens, it's like, flip, man.
nah.
And there is a rapist in my family actually.
Oh, goodness. Oh my god.
And I actually don't like him very much. I used to like him until I found out that he was a rapist. And I was like, no.
Not about that life.
It's not a pleasant topic. It's not a pleasant
I don't
topic at all.
He actually calls me while he's in prison on some, yo man, when are you coming to visit me? I'm like, bro, first of all, where do you get my number? Like, don't call me, don't talk to me. Like, no, leave me alone. Because first of all, once they find your phone and you contacting me, I'm going to be in trouble. So I'm like, dude, lose my number. I really get mad, man. And bro, it's a painful thing, man, to experience. I hope
so sorry to
no
hear
other
that,
dude should ever experience something like that, especially at such a young age, man. Because thank God that I grew up in the church. Because if I was a worldly person, I probably would have been on some angry tip right now, just venting for days, you know. Because some people are just unforgiving.
Yeah, they really are.
They walk the worst road.
That's just fascinating.
Have you ever not given a woman consent, man?
Definitely, I don't think I have.
We grew up in the 90s, man.
I've never violated older men. Like, I take it seriously. Like I said, I've got sisters. So, for me, I just always imagine myself in that situation. What if someone did that to my sister?
Yeah.
So,
Because I wanted Ayanda to be here. Because
Yeah.
I need to talk to that guy, man.
what's up with him?
Ayanda needs to learn the word consent, okay?
Oh, my God.
He even made his laptop password consent.
Oh, my
That's how
goodness.
bad it is, because I talked to him.
Yeah.
He's not a rapist, but he has rapey vibes.
Okay.
He has rapey vibes. You know when you're with your girl, and she's like, no, and you...
It's like, come on.
And he's like,
Hey.
and I'm like,
Hey.
bruh,
Watch that.
2018, we don't do that.
Yeah.
When a girl says no, leave her alone,
Just
man. Because
switch, bro.
one of these days, one of these girls are gonna say you raped me, and in court, if they ask you, did she say no? You can't say no. She was saying no, but she meant yes. Nah.
There's no middle
There's
ground.
none of that in
There's
court.
no middle
They
ground.
only asked you one question. Did she say no?
Yeah.
You can't say yes, but she meant yes. She was saying no playfully. There's none of that in court, man.
Yeah.
You gotta listen when a girl says no.
Yeah.
Because this is another thing I want to talk. Y'all need to stop that. Where you say no, but you're meaning yes. When you mean no, say no. And when you mean yes, say yes. Don't use no
Yeah.
and be meaning yes, because you're confusing some guys and giving them ideas like, nah, she's just playing hard to get.
Oh,
So you saying they
wow.
should just be clear? No, get up, let's go.
Like, yeah, to any other girl who is not me, because
Yeah.
I am as blunt as they come.
Wow.
My no is a no.
Wow.
Stop saying no and meaning yes. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if I say no, I say no. If I say yes, that's a definite yes.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. I feel like we've been onto a very
Yeah.
touchy subject here. Let's move on to happy things, man. See,
Yes, man.
I heard some things about you.
Talk to me, brother.
Our rapey friend told me he was with you on, was it Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah. He told me some interesting things, man.
Mm-hmm.
Which is actually funny. This is such a funny story because he told me he met up with this dude, he met his friend, and they were in the car, and Anna loves women, okay, to the max. You'd be having a serious conversation with this guy.
Yeah.
Anna's not listening to you. A woman just caught his attention and
God.
he's just,
That's it.
yo. You would think that he's reacting to what you're saying.
Yeah.
Only to find out, nah, he's just looking at a girl's behind or something.
Switch topics.
This
God.
nigga,
He's God.
this nigga sees a woman and he reacts, you.
He's taking
Those are his
away, bro.
reactions.
He's taking away.
Those are his reactions. You. Only to find out this girl gets in the car. Then I was like, what? And Sam finds out it's this guy's girlfriend.
You. Oh my word.
And it's now dumbstruck. He's like, oh.
What can I say?
So while he's telling me this story, I'm like, bruh, you've seen him see his girlfriend in his pictures. How do you look at her and still not see that it's her? He's like, nah, man. I just saw someone beautiful, man, and I reacted. I'm like, bruh, one of these days you're gonna get into trouble.
Wow.
You're
No, I
gonna get
don't
into
blame him.
trouble.
Shit, but like since I know, I know that like it's not as like complicated as it seems. It's just him being him, like appreciating.
Exactly.
Like,
It's just him being him.
you know, like yeah. I think
Yeah,
it's
he
just
loves
type
you.
of thing.
My boy loves you.
That's probably why I don't take it seriously. But like that doesn't know Ayanda would probably take it like in a bad way. So I don't know.
That's what I try to tell him. I'm
Yeah.
like, we know you.
That's
Okay?
it.
Even when you tell us these rapey things, like I laugh about it and I call him a rapist, but though I know he's not a rapist.
No,
but
he's
I
not,
laugh.
Shem.
I
He's not.
he's really not Shem.
He's not.
But I just like to tease him about it. And the thing is, I always try to tell him like, not everyone's gonna be as understanding as me or Msi or anyone else
Yeah,
that knows you.
definitely.
You need to watch how you behave,
Definitely,
man.
definitely.
You need to watch how you behave.
But does he like approach these girls at some points and like talk to them?
Nah, his approach is terrible.
Okay.
I wouldn't know.
Because you get those like type of guys who approach you
Yeah.
and they talk to you, and when you're like, no, I'm not interested, they become so bitter and petty,
Nah, not
and they
like
say
that.
all these bad
Not him,
things.
son.
And I've had that happen to me, and I was like, wow, my guy, you
We
need to calm your
talk
tits
about that.
down.
We need to- why do guys do that, bro?
I don't know.
Why do guys do
I've
that?
never reacted that way, so I don't know. But I would love to talk to someone who does things like that. I would
Dude.
love to understand their
Who's
thought
gonna
process.
come out and say that actually? But I'm sure you know a couple of people that way. You're like, oh,
Like, I was walking home and this
weird.
guy stops right as in his car and he's like, hey, you, come here. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to come to you. First of all, you're the one who wants me. So you get out of the car and walk to me. And he's like, I don't want to do that. You should come. I'm like, no, I don't. And he says in Xhosa.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, fine. You know what? I'm not about this life. And usually I'll speak English and Afrikaans. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to reply back in whatever language I feel comfortable in. First of all, he got offended by the fact that I spoke English. He was like, oh, you're one of those girls. Nah. And like, what do you mean? It's like, oh, you're so annoying. To think I was gonna make your life better, to think I was gonna take you out. And like, first of all, I have my own money. I work, my guy, I have a job.
Shoot you
Yes.
shot.
Girl has a job. I am a published author, so I make my own money. So don't think your
yes,
money is
girl.
gonna take me anywhere.
Yes, girl.
If I want to go somewhere, I will use my own money. And then he says all this stuff, man. And then it's like, I don't know how to put this in English, but it's like in Xhosa, oh, pakame great. I'm like, wow, thank you so much.
Basically called you
Exactly why I'm
bougie.
saying we need to address this.
We
Like,
do need to address
I
this,
don't
man.
understand why people behave like that.
You know,
Yeah, man.
I don't know. Like, I haven't seen like any girl who does that. Like,
Girl.
also got,
The thing is, I feel like women need to like start being more strict to guys now,
How so?
because men have become so comfortable with women like objectifying. First of all, personally, I don't have a personal problem with objectification. The only problem I have is when there's a line drawn and you cross it.
Yeah.
That's when I have a problem.
Where's the line though? Do most people know where the line is?
The line is all language. If I'm trying to holler at Thuli and I can see that Thuli is just not feeling me, I need to abort. Plain and simple. If I say, yo, Thuli, what's up? And I hold her hand and she like removes her hand, I can't still now like still try and grab her arm. That's a no-no. I should read the signs and be like, okay, clearly she's not feeling the nigga.
Yeah.
Walk away, man.
it would be
like a
nice if we're
gentleman.
in space though, because sometimes it happens in a taxi and the guy's right next to you and you're like, oh my
And you
goodness.
still have like 10 minutes
and you're
of
like,
it.
oh, when is this thing gonna get home?
Guys, I want to confess something. I've been molested in a taxi before. Yo, bruh, that was my first time feeling so weak, bruh.
What happened?
This dude, like, first of all, I like to sit by the door at taxi because I'm normally the first one to jump off, so I don't like moving about when I'm in the taxi so I can get off. So I like to sit by the door. This guy comes in and so he makes me sit in the middle and he sits by the door, which is fine because I'm still close to the door. And the taxi wasn't even full because it was late. So it was like, nah, I'm not going to wait for anybody else. Let's go. I know, we celebrate, we go home because we were tired of waiting. This dude is like tipsy. I want to say he was drunk, but he was really tipsy. So I wasn't really paying attention to him. Now, the thing is that bothered me is the first time his hand moved to my thigh is I thought it was a mistake because we're sitting right next to each other. So I thought maybe he's trying to do this to himself and he accidentally done this. But I'm like, nah, bro, why is this hand still here? And it feels a little tight, bro. So I like do this, like, okay, like to remove his hand.
Like, yeah.
Nah, still no major alarm. This nigga stopped. This nigga did again.
Oh wow.
Why'd you
Second
talk
time, I'm like, okay, nah, bro. I'm like, okay, removed his hand. Third time, I put my bag because I had my gym bag with me. So I put my gym bag on my thigh. This nigga, I can still feel his hand. Yo, bro. I freaked out in that taxi, bro. I cussed that guy out, bro. I was like, yo, man, do we have a problem? Now, the worst thing is I'm speaking in English in a room full of black people.
Yeah.
Everybody is like,
Yeah.
And the thing is, I'm speaking in English, so everybody's like freaking out because I can't freak out in Xhosa because
It's very hard. It's very hard to freak out in Xhosa.
It's harsh, man.
Yeah.
So I'm like freaking out in English, and this guy is like, "What?" I'm like, "Yo, man, like, can your hand please remove it from me?" And the taxi driver is like, "God, like, what's going on?" And I'm like, nah, man, this guy 3 times he tried to put his hand on my thigh and I'm not feeling it, bro. Like, yo, bro, like, I was like lit, bro. I was like ready to beat this guy because no one has ever tried me like that, man.
Bro.
Like the audacity in front of people. Yo, I was so
I've had that
mad.
happen to me.
And
I was with my sister's friend. We were in a taxi. So, you know when you grow up with these people and there's still that petty guy that I told you about, those petty people.
Yeah.
So this guy jumps into the taxi with us. And he's talking to the driver and I can see, okay, they're all friends.
Yeah.
And then some people, it was like 2 people between me and him. So those people got off the taxi, and the one that was in the front seat also got off. So I'm like, okay, it's summer, and I'm wearing like the shortest dress that I own, and I'm like relaxing. I'm talking to this chick, and he moves closer to me, and then I can feel his thigh moving up my dress. I'm like, okay, his hand is moving up, and I'm like, I don't want to embarrass him or anything, because first of all, there's old people in the taxi, and I'm a very respectful person. My mama raised me right, so I asked him like, dude, do you want to go sit in the front and actually talk with this guy and not sit next to me, because I'm getting a bit uncomfortable. He's like, uncomfortable in doing. I'm like, you know what you're doing. I don't want to talk about it. So he does it again.
What's wrong with
And he does it, and I was like, you know what? Get off me. And he's like, what is wrong with you? And I was like, no, seriously, I don't like what you're doing. I'm not going to tell anyone what you're doing. I'm not going to say it, but it's wrong, and you know that it's wrong. And he's like, well, I don't care. I'm just going to like beat you up and whatever. I'm like, you'd better try me. Please try me. I don't have no brothers, but I know how to stab a guy. Try me right now.
Okay, whoa.
Like, it was that bad. And he was like, you're going to see what I'm going to do to you. No. And the funny thing is, he brought up the whole rape thing, because everybody in the neighborhood knows. He was like, I'm not weak as those guys you accused of raping you. And everybody in the taxi started like talking. Now they're like, really? Did you have to bring that up right now? Are you like, really?
That's low, man.
I was like, wow, that's such a low blow. I wasn't like hurt about it, but I was like, I don't have time for you.
It's so hard being a male, bro, like in today's world, because like you don't understand some of the things. Like I listen to what you guys are saying, and I don't understand. I just don't. How do you begin to touch someone else, bro, without their consent?
It's a mental issue, problem, man.
But we're moving on to happy things.
Yes, please. Please, happy things. I need sparkles and rainbows.
Please.
Yes, Msi's whipped. What's going on, man?
No.
You in love, man.
I'm just in a good place right now. Obviously.
He's not,
Nemesis.
he's not confirming, not denying.
That's the hood's way of saying, yeah, I'm in love, but I'm not going to admit it.
I'm in a good place. So, yeah, that's just about it. I told you, ask the questions and I'll answer. Otherwise, I've done nothing.
How long y'all been together?
It's been a year of struggle, bro. It's like
A year?
A year.
First of all, nah. We're not clapping for nothing.
A year.
See, we need to question you a little
12
bit.
months.
This is the same dude that was posting, like, I'm single, I'm just going to shoot my shot on these girls.
Wow.
The thing
When
is,
was this?
I encouraged him.
Pull up the poster. Pull up the post.
Don't make me go on Facebook, man. Don't make me go on Facebook.
Wow.
And then, this very same day, then he's like, nah, I'm not going to do that anymore. It seems like I'm taken. I was like, what? Maybe. So I thought, no, maybe he shot his shot that day.
I remember that day.
I thought he shot his shot that day, and then he scored. Now you telling me it's been 12 months, man?
It's called the download, bro.
Nah.
Your
Respect
space is
DL,
your
bruh.
space is your
DL.
space. Your space
DL.
is your space.
Hasakalalisela, bud. You're happy.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
sis.
very.
How long you been in a relationship?
3 years.
3 years.
I met him when I was 18.
She's trying to tell us she's 21.
I don't know how to relationship like 12 months in this, but I'm still struggling. I really do.
That's a struggle every day.
Someone
It's a
need to
struggle.
hold my hand.
Yeah, eh? It ain't easy.
Like, this is how you do it. But yeah, like, I don't understand women. Like, even that's like a topic for another day. Like, they always
we
say
need
that,
to have that conversation.
relationships, what.
Wow.
The struggle.
Cancel people in relationships.
What?
Need to give them like advice
Yeah.
on how
please.
to stay strong in this
Please,
thing.
what advice would you give me? Since you
Communication is key.
like communication.
You have to communicate. Like if she does something you don't like, or like you do something she doesn't like one of
Yeah.
you has to tell the other.
Yeah.
And you need to accept each other for the way the other person is. Don't try to change them.
Yeah.
Because that's where you mess it up. If you met me when I was fat, don't tell me to lose weight.
Oh.
You met me when I was fat, so you like me with all my fatness and, you know, all my,
Nah.
you know, my chubbiness and stuff. Like, I'm not going to tell you to grow a beard, or because I met you without a beard.
Yeah.
So it's stuff like that. Don't be shy also. Okay, I've met people who are shy to you in front of other people. They're shy to do, like, normal stuff that people do. Like holding down a conversation with other people. They like stray away and they stay in a corner. They don't talk. Matter we're all
That's
here
so
together. You don't want to eat in front of me. Like, What
on.
is this? Master Chef, I'm not going to judge your food. I'm not going to judge the way you eat and stuff like that.
That's Randy.
I used to be like that. I used to be like that. I used to be like
When I first
I
got
got over it. Sure, man, it was bad. I used to have anxiety eating in front of a woman. I don't
Why?
know
Why?
I don't know why, man. Like, I was too self-conscious, man. Like, everything used to be like, oh, no.
Really?
That was bad.
Really?
That was bad.
No, the first time I met my boyfriend, I was eating a maguinya. And that's not the sexiest thing to eat. I was like, you know what?
First of all, no.
Amakwenya.
Let's address that. What's wrong with amakwenya?
Amakwenya fat.
Why
And you
do
get
people like
speared.
diminish amakwenya like it's such a bad thing? It's food, man.
It's food, but it's not like the sexiest kind of thing. If I want to eat something, I'm not going to be like, oh, can I buy you a maguinya? You know, like, you don't try to seduce someone with a
What
maguinya.
is sexy to eat? What is sexy to eat?
Exactly. That's a good question
Like,
because I feel like
amakwenya, not sushi or caviar or like
how is that sexy?
steak or something. It's amakwenya, bro.
So steak is sexy.
It's like,
How is steak sexy?
dude, you can seduce someone with like a steak or some ribs or something. Like, you can't do it with McDonald's, but you can do it with some like sushi or some Thai food.
We need to go out. I need to see the
I
seduction.
really need to go out because I
Do you
don't
know how
understand.
romantic it is to actually go to Spur and order some food? And first of all, it's like, I think the price range also says something. Because if you order like a Texan steak for like $200, it's like, yeah, it's Texan steak. I ate some real food, you know?
There goes that hoish behavior right there.
It's
Once
not
start
hoish
talking about
behavior.
money.
It's quality food.
Wow. I feel like magunya is quality food, okay?
Makunya with polony.
Dough, man.
Quality
Dough.
food is
Dough.
sexy.
Dough.
We got it.
Like, so you would like invite a girl over and give her
Eat steamed bread.
Yeah.
Yo, that's my favorite.
I know you like pokok, it's your thing.
But we're not sharing. Though. She gotta eat off her
Definitely
own bowl. I'm not sure.
Oh, goodness.
I'm not sure.
And how are you doing with your relationship, sir? If you don't mind me asking.
Question is,
Right.
are you in one?
Time
now?
out. Time out. Why
What
am I
do
in
you
a
mean,
relationship?
time out?
Why am I in a relationship?
He's not a one.
Randy, you gonna be like this?
Like
I
how,
feel
man?
for you, Randy.
Man, if I was in a relationship, best believe no one would. Not yet, anyway. Not yet. I'm not in a relationship.
I'll
man.
throw you a
But there
badge.
is someone that I would love to be in a
And
relationship.
I know
You
that
look like a
person, but I'm gonna
relationship
keep
person.
my mouth shut.
That's why I don't understand.
Everyone believes that I'm a relationship guy. But now, man, I'm working on myself. Like I said, I'm going to therapy. So I need to work on myself so I can be
Yeah.
mentally.
You need to be more affectionate. I mean, you
Yeah.
look like a fuzzy babe, but you don't have the
The fuzziness.
Y'all-
the
y'all need-
fuzziness, you know? You don't got no fuzziness.
First of all, you can call me, what do you call it? Care Bears.
Yeah.
Really?
You can call me a Care
You'd
Bear.
be like the one with this whole sorry thing. You'd be the sad babe.
I'm actually
Wow.
gonna look into this Care
Ouch.
Bear.
You
don't know the Care Bears, bro?
You Care Bear. You mentioned.
Yeah, man, I'm a
He
Care Bear.
watches the Care Bears. It's not a bad thing.
First of all, I don't.
First of all,
watch
you're
it.
never
I
too old
used
to watch
it.
any cartoons.
That is true.
And I'm just saying that because we both watch anime. Do you watch anime?
He actually got me into Naruto.
My nigga.
Ufer, though.
Still watching.
Ufer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's Boruto. Man.
Verify.
Boruto.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
son.
Yeah.
You need to get into that, man.
I wish
Anyways,
I had the time, bro, but I'm gonna definitely look into it. I'm
yeah,
gonna
when
look
you
into
have a girl, you can't watch
it. You
that.
need to stop deflecting. You need to answer where
Answer
are
the
you
question.
in a relationship. And this
Okay.
did Mrs. Randy.
Not yet, man. Like,
Why?
the thing is, there is someone I want to be in a relationship with, but I'm just not mentally stable to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
As you can see, I have a podcast
Yeah. Nah, I like
with
that
the
you-
homeboy
I
still.
like that you mentioned
and,
mental things.
the podcast itself is a lot of stress, man. Like trying to put everything together.
This is supposed to be fun, not stressful.
No. Doing the podcast is the fun part.
Yeah.
Getting it to happen is a whole another
No,
topic.
but
man.
you shouldn't stop. Look at where we are today.
You see?
Exactly. Episode 30, man.
Dude.
We should be celebrating. We're almost going to be celebrating a year
Too
actually
soon.
doing this thing.
Wait for the missus. Wait for the missus.
Yeah.
Wait for the missus.
And when the missus
First of all.
comes, don't like have less time for her and more time for work.
Yeah, because you need to balance everything.
Because that's very important. Otherwise, you're gonna lose her. And you know what to say: happy wife, happy life.
That's why I'm going to therapy to work on myself. Because
Yeah.
I yo, man, I prioritize work way too much. Okay.
Since you're on that
Right.
therapy thing, like you mentioned like mental health when we spoke like this often.
Yeah.
Did you have anything specific that you wanted to address? Or
Nah, man, it's just that another reason why Steele is not on the podcast today is he's also having a mental issue problem. Like I mentioned, I had almost like a breakdown on the podcast last
Yeah.
episode. So there's a need for men
Yeah.
to deal with their mental issues because we bottle up our feelings. Y'all cry and talk all the time.
Yeah.
So y'all don't have that problem
Why-
like us.
Why? I'd like to like ask why don't like guys do? I know I do it too, but I don't understand.
Like it's the way we've been raised, man.
Yeah.
The thing is, as a man, you raised. As soon as you cry, like your family members tell you, "No, a man doesn't cry." Even though you're a kid, you just fell and hurt yourself, cut yourself, whatever. They tell you, "Nah, man, don't cry." Like they build that in your mental
Yeah.
capacity that whatever happens, tough it out,
Yeah.
you know, and you don't have to deal with the pain. You just have to like, I'm a man and move on. And that's how we grow up. And then now we meet them and they like
want a whole nother
bring a
side.
mirror and like, nah, nigga, this is you.
It's
There's a lot wrong here, okay? Because I'm talking to you and you're like, yeah. Because you'll ask your girl like, hey, babe, how was your day? And she'll tell you in detail what happened in the
Yeah.
day. And she'll ask you, so, babe, how was your day? Nah, my day was cool.
Done.
Nah, my day was cool, man. Yeah. And then you move on. And it frustrates them because they want to engage and find out what's going on with us. But we're so used to being bottled up and not talking. Now it ruins our relationships and our encounter with our specific others. So I'm working on myself, okay? That's
Wait.
all I'm saying.
I'd like to ask one more thing. We were on the cultural or racial thing. Is it now like specifically like black guys that are like more inclined to have this problem, or is it just guys in general?
It's guys in general, but mostly us because black people they're not raised like white people. White people talk about everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
White people
I've
talk.
noticed.
They do the I love yous. You don't get that in our houses.
Yeah.
You don't.
You
You
hear that like what's
Like-
in your birthday?
no. You
Like,
you don't
you
get
can-
a birthday party.
Uncle Mark, you tell your kids you love them, right?
Oh, you're like
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not our dads. Our
They don't
dads
do
don't
that.
do that.
They don't do
They don't do that.
like even on your birthday, you just get like sharp. Like I remember I called my dad like this year. I turned 21 this year, and I'm like, Dad, do you know what day it is? My dad's birthday is on the 6th of May. Mine's on the 12th. Like 6 days. And I was like, Dad, do you know what day it is today? I was like, oh well, it's a Saturday. I was like, so what's the date? It's the 12th. Oh, it's your day. Yeah, sharp. Yeah. I'm like, you?
That's so
Like,
cheap.
there's no happy birthday. There's no what do you want? What should I get you?
Nah,
like, we don't get such
We don't do
privileges.
birthdays, man. Yeah.
Like, my mom said happy birthday, and I cried. Just like, why are you crying? I just said happy birthday.
Someone remembered.
I'm like, you know?
Someone didn't say shuff.
I was like, why are you crying? It's happy birthday. Move on. Go make me coffee. I was like, okay.
Oh,
Like, honestly, I spent my 21st in bed doing assignments. I didn't have anything special. And that's the thing. You don't get no privileges.
ladies, are you listening to that? 21st in bed studying.
That's another
Shout
thing.
out to
actually,
Thuli.
that
Shout out to Thuli.
That was
Let's
wrong.
clap for her. 21st in bed studying.
Yeah.
No, look.
School's rough.
It's bad.
School's real.
It's bad.
Nah, that's
She better
discipline.
pass
Though.
though. She better pass. Yeah, she has discipline. That's why I like her.
I'm going to cry. Don't compliment me too much.
Okay. Now, why you getting the moment?
I'm gonna
Why you gotta get the moment? I wanted to mention something. Like, the problem with now, because we grow up in this multiracial scenario where you have white friends, colored friends, you grow up and see all these other different types of people,
Yeah.
nations, and how they've been raised.
Yeah.
Because I grew up around white kids. And do you know how frustrating it is when your white friends come and tell you, oh, I got this for my birthday. My parents did this for me. And then it's my birthday. So what did you get for your birthday?
KFC.
Yo, man,
Even
like...
Hey.
Nah,
Got
not
chicken.
even
You got a
KFC,
Happy
man.
Meal from McDonald's.
I got meatloaf, man. No candles, nothing. Like, yo, man, it's rough, bruh. Like, it actually upset. Like, yo, man, I used to get so mad because my white friends, like, they have this like awesome family who just does everything for them. And I get home, I'm like, yo, why don't we do this? Because we taught like to always save food. No, like if you eat eggs and let's say a Russian this morning, you can't eat it again.
Yeah, you can't.
Again today at all. They're like, yo, you already ate your share today, okay? You're not eating it again. White people, man, they even drink milk. Like, just
like
drink
you don't
it.
get such privileges.
We don't get
It's your
such
mama's
privilege.
milk for coffee. You don't do
Tell
such
you,
things.
that's your cereal milk. You drink that, you're eating cereal with water, okay?
So after age 8, cereal was a no-go for me. Mom's like, milk is expensive and I need to have some coffee and milk in my coffee. So whenever I buy milk, it's for me. Like, there was no longer cereal, like, goodbye Rice Krispies, goodbye Cocoa
None
Pops.
of that, man.
Okay? You're going to wake up and have toast.
I think
okay?
that's why I'm buying everything now while I'm working. Because, I eat a lot
Like,
of
when
kid
it's
stuff.
payday, I'm like, okay, cereal aisle, here I come. I'm
I
like,
still eat Rice
Rice
Krispies.
Krispies are the best.
Because the only thing I ate as a kid were cornflakes, man.
Oh, complex are annoying.
On the best day, I would eat bran flakes. But that was the best that I was going to get, man.
So I'm
Because
the
I
only
couldn't
one.
eat this other porridges. I would vomit.
So am I the only one that still likes this to like classic, like?
I can't even make that.
Yeah, I can't eat that.
I can't even make
I
that.
can't eat that.
It's too much.
No.
I just can't. It's either it turns into stiff pap.
No.
Like, it gets really runny or it gets really hard. I can't. There's no in the middle.
Pop sauce,
It's the only thing I really can't cook. Don't ask me to make it stew.
man. It looks terrible. I hate that.
Like,
thing.
honestly, it'll turn into like
Who
stiff
cooked
pap.
it for you? It can't be that bad.
Ah,
Does Uncle Mark know his to
porridge.
You know,
porridge?
porridge.
Like porridge.
Mealy
Mealy
pap.
meal.
Meal, pop.
See? With
Do
peanut
you
butter.
eat it? Exactly. If white people don't eat it, I don't eat it.
I grew up on a farm, bro. So I don't know.
You
Like,
grew up on a farm. You don't look like a farm
Yeah,
boy.
you really does. It looks bougie.
Bougie as hell.
Yeah.
no, I grew up on a farm straight up. Like, that's why I'm probably still liking things.
So is that why when I said I'm from the location, you're like, no,
No,
you don't look like we're from the location.
Definitely not.
I get that all the time. Like, I'm at the taxi rank and people are like, start bike. I'm like, yeah. They're like, no.
Where?
Move to Amalinde. Don't say it's in the park.
Where do you stay?
It's in the park, like
Oh.
the ratchetest of the most ratchet places where we mug you and we sell it back to you. You know?
Hey, I can count the times I've been there on my one hand.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
I
not
don't
a place
travel
that
a
I
lot.
don't
You
travel.
you need to travel.
Yeah, I also don't travel.
It's
I'm a
fine.
house guy, man.
You're a
house nigga.
hermit.
I'm a house nigga.
I really don't go out. Yeah, but on this mental issue thing, but I really do think like mental health is important.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it is.
very much
It's
so.
not something to be ashamed of. It's not something to hide. If you are struggling as a person, that's why you always have people like a support system around you to like talk. And I always encourage my friends, whether we talk or not, like my phone or whatever line of communication that we have is always open. Rather than having regrets about people where you're like, oh, I could have talked to them. Like, it's really not a nice situation. Losing someone without having the chance to address or say the things that you wanted to say to them.
But us as friends too, though, we have to understand. But when someone says I'm fine, there's more behind it. I'm fine. Try to like get them to speak. Don't be like when someone commits suicide and you get those people like, why didn't they talk to me?
Yeah.
But when they said I'm fine, you're like, oh, okay, cool. You didn't say no. Are you really fine though? Is something going on?
We
Can I
really
help
don't
you?
have those
You know,
conversations.
you know, and you're like, well. And you cry, and you don't. Sometimes you don't even feel guilty. You blame them for killing themselves, and you're like, but they didn't talk to me. Like, but there was a cry out for help, and you didn't. And there's one thing when you're going through like some mental issues, especially like depression.
Yeah.
Just don't die alone. Like,
What
die with
is
someone.
depression, okay?
Talk
What
with
is
someone.
depression? What is depression?
Depression.
Just quickly, what is just...
I don't know how to describe it, but for me, depression is like a dark hole where there's
Sunken
literally no smidge of light,
It's a
and
second place, bro.
it's
Because like you said, you're from a snare park. You ask the guy from there, what is depression? Not that you're trying to be weird or
Yeah.
anything, but you're just literally just talking and trying to communicate. those people don't know the
Don't
thing.
know what the hell that is.
And that's why you probably find guys that are like going crazy on the streets and stuff,
and
things like
people
that.
don't
because
understand.
They've never had that culture of releasing
Yeah.
things that are not
Stress,
good for you.
depression.
And depression, if you've noticed, is something that, especially in the black community,
Yeah.
it's looked down upon. Like, I mean, it's like it's not taken seriously.
Exactly.
Like, you tell
Can't
your
even
mom,
mention
I have stress, and they're like, this stress is
Ah, you're still
all
a
people
child.
have stress.
You're only
Stress is for
19,
adults, you know. And I'm like, dude, you don't know what I'm going through because you're not allowing me to talk about what I'm going through. So people are like, hi, you don't get that, and then we kill ourselves,
rubber
and they're like,
test.
how's bulele? Why? And they're like, make stress, and they don't even pay for therapy.
Yeah.
You go to like a nurse at the clinic, the local clinic. You try to talk to them, they don't pay attention, and you end up doing you find the comfort in substances. And,
Why?
you know?
Why do we do that as like our people? Like
Why,
we look
yeah?
down on, which is why I brought the question up. What is depression?
Whew. I don't know how to put it, but for me, from my personal experience, it's a dark hole.
I think we need to have a whole podcast about a whole episode
Depression.
about that topic because it's a very broad like conversation. And we need to make an episode about it. I'm glad you're asking such important questions, man. I like this guy. We need to get rid of Steel. Okay,
What?
We need to get
No,
rid of Steel.
Steel is so funny. You can go away.
If Steel was here, he'd be so hype right now.
I know, he gets really high. Remember the last podcast we had? And
I love his energy.
and he was like, you know what, ne? You're a journalist, so I'm going to put you on the spot. And I was
And
like,
boy, does he
yo,
ask questions.
He bought grenades.
Still asks the question and still helps you answer the
He
question.
was like, why do you guys lie for a living? I'm like, we don't lie for a living. He's like, but you do lie for a living, though. Like, no, we don't.
That's why I called you sis controversy. You look like
I'm a paradox.
Okay, guys. This has been such a fun episode, man.
Nice.
We us three need to do a show together. I like this energy we got right here. We should call we should what should we call it?
Tremans Cup.
No.
Not the spirit Tremans Cup. We can't do such
No, I
things.
might get sued for that.
I'm not good with naming things, so I'll leave that.
I'm not very good at that also.
call it a sunken place because
The sunken place.
the sunken place, man.
No.
It's actually got that vibe if you look at that window there. It's like looking at yourself
Yeah.
through that window there.
Like reflections.
Yeah.
But anyway,
There's this thing that me and Benny and Ayanda are starting up. It's called Brothers in Arms.
yeah.
It's for men. Sorry. Unless you want to put on a beard and join us, it's fine. It's called Brothers in Arms, man. We're dealing with things like mental health and basically we're trying to get men to conversate and talk about their problems because obviously we don't talk and it ruins us,
Yeah.
you know. So we're getting together as men and talking about our problems and actually trying to find a way forward to grow as men and actually meet up more often.
Yeah.
Like we're trying to make it a weekly thing and actually keep up with each other's lives and whatnot and share ideas and point of views so we can grow as men and actually help build our community. Because we don't want to just fix ourselves, but we actually want to approach people too and actually bring them to this movement we got. Hence it's called Brothers in Arms because as men are the biggest issue in the community. And
Definitely.
so if we, first of all, fix ourselves so we can be able to approach them and actually help them, and then we can fix our community. Then there'll be less things like rape, less things like
Murder your girlfriend.
murder, abuse, you name it, man. Like there'll be less that if we deal with the common denominator, which is men and the depressional state of their mental issue. So, brothers, please do join us. We will be. I'll put up the
details.
logo, and then we're still finalizing the venue. As soon as we get the venue, we'll be meeting up.
I'm keen
and
for that.
Then
I'm definitely keen for
we
that.
can move together and have these
Sorry, you're not a
uncomfortable
brother.
conversations. But don't worry, man. You can start a woman's whatever
So this is not being recorded or anything. It's just literally closed session.
Nah.
Just
It's a
brothers
closed
and all.
session. No cameras, no nothing, no mics, nothing.
Oh, okay.
Nothing.
Just
It's
real talk,
Man,
real talk.
real talk. We're gonna be having conversation. No cupcakes.
Real food, please.
Says the
Real
guy
food.
who loves
Real
cupcakes.
food.
Uncle Mark understands that joke. No cupcakes.
Yeah.
We'll probably have fat cakes, but it's cool.
Blueprint sessions. Thank you so much for having us.
Blueprint sessions, man. It's been fun. See, thanks again, man, for pulling through.
Always a
Truly
pleasure, brother.
appreciate it too.
Always a pleasure.
I have to ask for consent. You know. There we go.
Can't be just.
Yeah, can't be just touching out here. Do you want to give them your handles, bro?
Yeah, my handle Instagram is Prince Hakeem. Facebook is just my name, Msi and Kize, and that's about it. I don't do Twitter or any. Just a straight up guy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give you my Facebook because I'm deleting my account. But I'm only left with Instagram now. I delete my Twitter. So
Wow.
yes,
Someone's cleaning house.
yes, I need to
Ready for marriage.
get rid of all those toxic things. Yes. my Instagram handle is 2_Lee_Sar. Like 2 is in the numeral, but don't write it in numerals. Romanize it TWO. Yes, English.
That's Ed. That's Edmund for you.
Yeah, or you can just search for me like Thuli Sanko.
Yeah, I'll write it down for you. I'm L-Zee, Braylon's finest on all platforms. I'm not gonna even spell it out for you like Steele does.
Yeah.
Still makes me laugh. He still gets his own spelling wrong.
When is he coming back?
He'll be
When
like
is he joining
STEEE.
us? When is he joining us?
Hopefully next week if he sorts out his
Okay.
his situation. But I told him like, nah, man, sort yourself out, and then you can join us again.
Nah, Steele, if
So-
you're listening to us, we love you, bro. Sort your things out, and we're keen to have you back here. Hopefully, we'll see you in Brothers in Arms.
I like that. I like this guy, man. I
I
love
just
him.
met him and I love him.
See, he's got a dope vibe, man. I love that positive energy. We are Blueprint Sessions on all platforms. Do hit us up if you ever want to discuss anything regarding anything, especially this Brothers in Arms situation.
Yeah.
Okay,
We need to fix ourselves.
men, please.
Stop raping, too. Stop raping, please.
Yeah, ask for consent, man.
Consent.
This is not the 90s, okay?
Please.
Ask for consent. Anyways, guys, it's been an awesome session. No. I figured out a way to close the show. I figured out a way to close the show.
Yo.
Hope you enjoy the show. Wait, no, I figured this thing out. I was listening on to the next episode of Dr. Dre and Snoop.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoy the show. Till the next episode. Okay, it sounded sexy in my head. The way the
Tuli,
song goes.
can we leave him here
Yeah.
to figure this out?
Yeah, I gotta go to work, child.
Peace.